The next generation has taken to the streets. You can't miss them. They are marching, rallying, raising their voices for racial justice and equality. They are loud, in a good way, and you would be hard-pressed to miss them or their message. And I don't think they are about to go home and give up the fight anytime soon. So we had better pay attention. Society has changed for the better in many ways, and that's because a new generation always comes along unwilling, unable to abide by the status quo. They believe that change can happen, that change must happen, and they are not going to simply let the older generation determine or dictate how things will work, who gets to be on top, and who isn't allowed to advance. Are you listening? We all should be paying careful attention. And many of us older folks, yes, I believe that I've reached that stage, are ready to join their ranks. We had our turn and we didn't move the country forward. Or maybe we did, but not nearly enough. So now the younger generation wants to take the wheel and drive us forward to the realization of our nation's proclamation to be a place of liberty and justice for all. This is a huge effort, and the number of young people of all races, ethnicities, and nationalities marching in the streets of major cities all across this country is inspiring. I applaud them. This week's Torah portion, Beha'a'lot'cha, contains within it an interesting phrase that our sages have interpreted in such a way that has additional meaning for this moment. Aseh lecha shtei chatzotzrot kesef, miksha ta'aseh otam, v'ayu lecha mikra ha'ida ulmasa et hamachanot. Make for yourself 2 silver trumpets. Make them of hammered work. They shall serve you to summon the community and to set the divisions in motion. On one level, says Rabbi Ronald Roth, it is a simple statement about the best way to send out a message in ancient times, before there was instant messaging. Just use trumpets. That will get everyone's attention at the same time. But the Talmud expands the verse's meaning. Our rabbis taught all the vessels that Moses made were suitable to be used by him and suitable to be used by subsequent generations. The trumpets, however, were suitable to be used by him and forbidden for subsequent generations. Why? The Torah says, make for yourself and not for the generations. According to Rabbi Yechezkel Abramsky, this teaches us an important lesson about Jewish leadership. The message of the Torah is unchanging and eternal. The leaders of each generation must discover the appropriate means to transmit this eternal message to the people. If contemporary leaders attempt to use a method employed by leaders of previous generations, the message may fall on deaf ears. While the type of blasts of the trumpets remain the same, the trumpets themselves must be new. Future generations may not use those of Moses. In a certain respect, what we are witnessing in America is nothing new. The fight for civil rights for blacks in this country is centuries old. The black community and its allies have been marching, protesting, and fighting for equality for generations. Their message was heard by some and ignored by others. Now a new generation has taken up the call, and the cry of the trumpets they have fashioned is loud and proud, and sure to be heard both in the streets and in the halls of power. Change is coming. The sound of the trumpets is a call which we must heed. It is a call for a more just society. Let no man or woman be denied freedom, respect, compassion, and liberty.